My name is Tope Tedela. I play Mike in the movie Half Measures.
My name is Udeh and I play the character Abby in Half Measures.
If there's one thing I liked about Half Measures, it was its simplicity.
It was a script I saw, and when I saw the script, I immediately fell in love with it.
I liked it because I started and I didn't put it down until I finished.
Immediately I saw it, I just loved it.
It had an agenda, it had a story it wanted to tell, it had a subject matter I wanted to tackle. And it went in and, to the best of my knowledge, did justice to the story.
I feel like it's a story that has not really been told in this part of the world. When I saw it, I was like, okay, this is different. I like this story. I love it, and I feel like it would really be good for us to see, like just see a picture of it and what it looks like. So what do you want me to call you?
Exactly what I am. Your husband.
You want me to address you as your husband? Sorry, my husband.
What is wrong with that? I liked largely that I could channel a sort of person that I know existed, because you can watch the film and think that this is fiction, but truth is stranger than fiction.
First of all, I'm nothing like the character, so it was quite a challenge. Not exactly nothing like the character. I would say, okay, in terms of her being soft and fragile, maybe I'm a little bit like that, but her being overly religious in her marriage, it was something that I had to, research about. I had to make research, I had to ask questions, I had to read books, I had to watch movies, so I would be able to put myself in her life and bring out the character perfectly.
I'm glad that I could channel this person who I hope and I think would speak to a lot of people, both male and female, and that really was like a feeling of privilege for me. Abigail, you're choking me. There's no space on the sofa for both of us.
Tope Tedela, who played my husband, it was the chemistry was really good, and I love him as an actor. He's someone that I've always wanted to work with. So playing his wife was really good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. We're on the same page, so it was easy to work with him. And Emodi too is also a very good actor. It was also nice working with him.
Working with the cast was amazing. I worked with really talented people. Valerie, Udeh, my co-star, so to speak, was phenomenal. Biodun, Steven, the first time I'm working with her, she was fantastic. I used to just look at her as a writer, but working with her on this project, I really admired that directorial approach to this film, and I enjoyed every moment of it.
I have to commend the director. I don't even know I don't know what to say. Like, having to play this character, she directing the film and bringing this character to life through me was awesome. I felt like, okay, when I first saw the script, I was a bit like, oh my God, can I really do this, But when I came on set, the way she directed me, the way she interpreted my character to me, it was just beautiful. She made me do the things I felt like I couldn't do.
What has gotten into you, Abigail?
I want to make love to my husband.
It was a very hard-working crew, working from morning to night around the clock, but everyone came together and I think we made something fantastic.
Production crew, the lighting, the sound, the DOPs, the cinematographers, it was just, everybody just were on the same page, basically. They were all on the same page, they knew what they wanted, they worked together, and it was a very smooth production. It was really smooth. I mean, we didn't have a honeymoon. I just thought we could do something.
It's for people of the world. The subject matter was one of the things that drew me to it. And it's one thing to try to talk about the subject matter, it's another thing to a large extent do justice to the subject matter, and that was one of the things that really thrilled me about reading the script, was how the subject matter was tackled. And I think it's something we need to talk about. We need to talk about sex in Christian marriage, we need to talk about sex in relationships, we need to talk about how couples ought to talk about this very important aspect of relationships, of marriages, and I'm glad that this film could say something about that.
I want them to look out for the message we're trying to pass across. You know, I want them to see the movie and be able to relate and say, yes, that's true, this thing actually happened, you know, that's that thing we're trying to put out there. I want people to see it and be like, yes, this truly happens, and be able to connect with the characters, the story, you know, have very good effects on people, like, and I wanted to stick with them for a very long time. You know, when they watch the film, they'll always go back and say, I remember we watched this movie, Half Measures, you know. I really want that to happen when they see this movie. I'd really be happy if that happens, and I'm sure it will. No one has ever given me chocolate.
Really?
A few of the scenes really caught me, and it was the scene with the resolution scene. The last scene was really strong, where Abby had to like tell her husband how she felt and everything. They had to share their feelings, and that more like an opening up to each other. Like they opened up, this is how I feel, this is how you feel, because she didn't. Well, I shouldn't tell you the story when you watch it, but I really liked the last scene, so you should watch out for that. You should watch out for that, yeah.
If I was going to take away anything, I honestly can't think of anything particularly. Maybe I would have wanted the spectacle that I want to be changed, but apart from that, there's absolutely nothing. I think it was totally cool.